Yay! Carla is not here. But we have, guess who in the house? Marla Thomas! Marla Thomas.
You should introduce me one more time, and this time I'm going to let you actually control my crowd noise, because I messed up. I became my own crowd noise.
Yes, you did.
That's not cool.
Okay, you ready?
All right, here we go.
Marla Thomas! See, that's much better. That seems more real. There you go. Well, Marla, you know, the first hour we had two amazing, talented divas. And guess what?
We got one more.
We have one more.
And
we have one more to...
And thank you. Because you're consistent in not letting my diva glow subside. I like that.
No, you know, it all happens here on a Rotoni Suite. We make it happen. So we have a lady that's in studio, and I can't. I mean, she doesn't. Seriously, she does not look over 25. If that.
Okay.
But
she just actually 21.
21.
She just now, because when she had the energy came with it, you just dropped 4 more years off. So it's not even 25, 21.
Well, hence my book, 17 Points to Longevity in Show Business.
Amen.
There you go.
Not just show business in life, because that's what it's all about.
And like I said, my accent, so I'll make sure I get this right. Stephanie Spruill.
Spruill.
There we go.
Spruill.
You can give me
Spruill.
sweet, and I would say sweat.
Spruill.
It's Dutch.
You have to keep doing it. Yes, Spruill.
You're
Spruill.
beautiful. You are so beautiful.
Thank you, Tony. It's such a pleasure to be here with you.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us, and I have to say, I'm looking at your book cover.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so first of all, tell us about the book,
Beautiful.
17 Points to Longevity in Show Business. What inspired you to create this book?
Well, because this industry needed so many skills and tools that weren't in the schools now. You know, so when I was coming up, they had orchestra. You can go in the music room and pull out my cello, because that's what I played. I played cello.
Oh, cello,
wow.
really?
Yes, I was classically trained. And my entire family, I'm from a big family, and all of us grew up in the hood, but all of us played classical instruments. So, but in show business, we are lacking that. Teachers and giving back. So all that God has put on my heart to do, and all the blessings that I've had, and all the sessions I've done, and all the artists that I've worked with, I'm just paying it back.
Good for you.
Nice.
17 Points of Longevity in Show Business, staying focused on your vision, because there is a vision that God has put on our heart to be able to come to fruition. But if we don't have the schools, the tools and techniques to do it, it won't happen. So that's why I wrote the book, 17 Points of Longevity in Show Business. And it starts with confidence. My second point is focus. And I have it broken up in 3 sections: career, personal, and financial.
Oh, see, that's important.
So personal, you're getting it all together. You're going and getting all the techniques and everything. Then you get into the career, and it gets crazy. And then you're saying, oh, my goodness, I didn't know I was going to blow up. How am I going to handle this? Well, in my book, 17 Points of Longevity in Show Business, we'll teach you how to make that master plan, step by step, how to handle your career, and how to even just assemble the things you have to put together, like the coaches and to your environment, you know, be around the right people. Just teach you how to live in this life that is show business.
Wow.
But it's not just for show business. It's for any business. Everybody that I have a school of voice and artist development here in Los Angeles, and they always, the parents are either doctors or lawyers, and they say, Stephanie, I read your book. This book is for me. I'm going to use it because the principles adhere to any genre of, of the industry and any business. So because it's so good for any business, we have to show people what we have going on in order to generate business. So that's why it's conducive to any type of career you may have.
She just made it official, because essentially, not even having heard the last interview that we did, it's in conjunction, it's synonymous with what we were being told is the work, the tools.
Yes, it's all about the tools.
You know, so when you talk about training and you know what needs to happen to be able to really make this work and to be your best, it's right there. She's right in line. So that's it. 2 times is confirmation. We'll find out
I
later
was gonna
about
say,
whether we're going to be
I don't
50
know.
feet or 1,500. We'll
Well,
let her
maybe
decide.
move it up 1,000. Putting a book together, it takes a lot of concentration, a lot of knowledge, and not a lot of everything, and just time and energy. What was the inspiration? Was there a time that somebody that came to you and said, or is it just you being lost in this business that you said, you know what, I need to put this book together?
Well, like I've been in this business all of my life. I've had a great career touring with Julio Iglesias, performing at
Who?
the White House,
Yeah,
3
right.
separate administrations.
Right.
And just touring extensively and working with Michael Jackson
Right.
and with, just everybody, Gino Vanelli. And I was also a contractor. My mother was a business person. She was an income tax consultant and a notary public. And she would tell me, I said, Mother, can I have just music classes? She says, no, you're going to have orchestra and the rest are going to be business courses. So
That's a
I've
smart
always
mama.
had
Yeah.
a sense of business. That's why it's called 17 Points to Longevity and Show Business. It's a business.
Right.
2 hours we're on stage, right? Performing, working it out. Hey, right? Take
Right.
us 15 hours to get dressed. And then the other 22 hours is business. You have to learn how to handle your business and maintain it, hence longevity.
Right.
So you asked me, why did I write the book and how disciplined was I? That's the operative word, discipline. You must be very disciplined in order to write a manuscript to
Right.
start with.
Which
and
is
then
what
to
is missing
stick-to-itiveness,
these days.
And then follow through to have it come to fruition.
And it's a
Because-
beautiful book.
Thank you.
Beautiful
It's
book.
it's faith-based as well, because you can't do anything without the Lord.
Right.
Okay, but you need the technique and skills. I have something in my book, and in the part where it's in my introduction, I say to my students, are you an I can, I will, or an I must person? To me, I can is say, yeah, I can do this. However, you don't have the skills and technique or know how to go about making it making it happen,
right.
right? And I will, to me, I wills are usually procrastinators. I will clean my room, Mom. I will eventually do that project. I will. Most I wills are procrastinators, and that word you must eliminate from your vocabulary. However, an I must person like myself and us, we are proactive, and you have to proactively pursue your master plan every day. So that's what kept me, being steadfast in writing this book, because I knew the industry needed it badly. And that's why I opened my school of voice and artist development. I have students from all over the world, and I give master classes from Moscow to Japan to
Wow.
Mexico. And my second language is Spanish. So from, touring with Julio Iglesias for 5.5 years, I acquired this amazing audience. So that's when I started, recording my CD in Spanish, and I
That's
have it
great.
in English. And so,
You know
yeah.
what? Interestingly enough, the
Yes.
I must question
Yes.
is a good way as well to me to determine passion.
True.
There
Because
it is.
that if you get to that,
That's
to
true.
me, that's when the stick-to-itiveness and the discipline can be born. I feel like that's one way to challenge passion.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes,
I'm gonna
and
take that
passion
home.
is wonderful. It's wonderful. When we do what we love, it's great. But when we do
What we
our
think somebody expects.
gift and our passion, you have a peace that passes all understanding, and that is the beauty of.
Well, because a lot of people are
that
trying to
word.
come into, and you can maybe speak to this, Stephanie,
Yes.
come into entertainment
Yes.
for what they see to be the outward benefit, not having the true talent, the skill, the discipline, the background to make it last. So when I hear you say, I must, my first thing I thought to myself is, man, okay, so if you have, if it's one way to kind of weed out what won't last because it's not your passion and or gift to begin with, it will
Right.
be very hard.
Right.
That's I will become famous versus I must
I
achieve
must
this.
achieve and follow through and make it happen.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, in spite of the white noise, because you're going to have plenty of that in this industry.
Yeah.
Right.
And we all know, however successful you are, that white noise is going to be wearing your periphery out. However, to be
Every
focused, that is, yes, and imperative to be focused. And that's my second principle. My first principle is confidence. We must remain confident. And when they come to my class, I said, we're going to learned these 4 principles. The first one is confidence. The second one is focus. The next one is, as a singer and as an orator, as you guys are, as all 3 of us are, we have to fill up those lungs to the fullest of our capacity. And that helps us to center into our center, right? Our solar plexus. And that's where everything is.
Diaphragmatic
that energy.
breathing.
It's all about diaphragmatic breathing, dear heart, because that calms the spirit as well.
Right.
So,
I knew that.
It's a
didn't.
wonderful thing, my book. It's just wonderful.
Well, that's what's fascinating. I do a paranormal show besides this one, and we do a lot of psychic, medium, healers. And
I love it.
No, but it's. I'm gonna have to use her.
love that.
I'm gonna have to use you for my intro.
Yes.
But I think it's very important to find the center in your world.
Yes.
I think there's people that are introverts, extroverts, and just because you're an introvert doesn't mean you're not confident enough to create and to achieve your goals.
There you go.
Because I'm actually off camera. I'm actually really an introvert. But I'm a dreamer. I'm a thinker, and I'm a must person from day one.
Yes.
From day one, and I think there's people that through family, through friends, through environment could create those I will, because they put the doubt
There you
in
go.
your head. And I think books like yours
Yes.
is to give people opportunities to find that direction to the I must.
Exactly. Like being broken up into 3 sections, which I said is personal. That is confidence, focus, emotional well-being. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Because so many of artists, whomever, we falter because of our emotional well-being.
Right.
And our physical well-being. We must stay in shape. We must work out. We must drink our water. We must take our vitamins. We must get our sleep. All these things that can help you to maintain and have longevity in life and also in show business. Because life, what reflects show business. We go in there with a messed up life, it's going to come out.
Yeah.
We're on that road for 5 months on a tour. It's going to show. It's going to rear its face.
Stephanie, can I
Yes,
take you
dear
off
heart.
topic, off book for
Yes,
just
ma'am.
1 second?
Yeah.
I want to know a little bit more about Stephanie, and the reason
There
I'm
you
saying
go.
this is because you seem to me to be very dynamic. What age did you link this persona and this? You fill a room with Stephanie. Like I'm sure these things plugged in.
Yes.
When were you conscious that you had this aura of show business or show and just performance? You're an artist, that's clear.
Yes. It's funny. My father and my mother said I had it when I was 3. Okay? So that's why when I started touring and everything, I really didn't know my power. But I'm glad I didn't. Because I was just being me. Except me for Stephanie Spruill. A lot of people said, oh, she's phony. But no, I'm real. This is me. This is the original article. What you're receiving, right? I don't know any other way to be.
Right.
So I'm going to be this way. And that's why people say, girl, you're still the same way 20 years from now. You was the same. Yeah, because I was just being myself. You guys didn't get it, but I got it.
Right.
And I'm glad I didn't know the games. You see, so you're asking me, what age was it? Okay, say
That you were
now.
Right.
I see the picture that God has put before me in order for me to give back and be comfortable with that, in order for me to continue to be on stage and wear audiences out, in order for me to write this book and to lecture. And
Was there ever a time that you had to learn some of the lessons because you found yourself in competition with or in comparison to others in your field?
Dear heart, we're in show business, baby. You got to go through it to get to it. Okay. Nobody's perfect, baby girl.
And these are the things I'm trying to learn.
Oh,
so.
yeah, nobody is perfect. We have to learn these skills through, whether it's a hard knock life, right? We're going to learn that. But I've been blessed to have worked with such amazing artists that I went right into working with the Glenn Campbells and the, doing the Mac Davis TV shows and doing movies and doing Happy Feet and doing this and that and Gino Vanelli. And I became a contractor thank you, Mother. You know, being a business person, I can fill out contracts and be, on time with the contracts. I can fill them out after I've given the girls what to sing. Say, I Just Want to Stop. I made up those backgrounds on I Just Want to Stop, okay? Beep Beep, Hey Toot Toot, Bad Girls, Hot Stuff, all those amazing records. I was there and I was filling out those contracts. So I had to separate myself. I've learned early how to compartmentalize. So I could be the artist and give you the savoir-faire, and then I can shut it down and be the businesswoman in order to get those contracts filled out and get them to the record companies or the producers in a timely manner. That's why I received so many calls as a contractor to do so many records, like the Michael Jackson record, Can You Feel It? And so many things.
If you had to do something else that is a sub passion, and it was in a completely different direction, what else do you see possible for Stephanie?
I hate to say that, but I'm doing that because I'm teaching.
Okay.
I'm a teacher. I believe in, teach one to teach one. And I came from a performing arts school, the Young Saints and Eddie Cantor Foundation of Creative Talent. So I was always around extremely talented, gifted artists.
Right.
And so they just saw that in me, and I saw how they were giving it back. I said, as a child, I want to do that as well.
So you knew that you wanted to be a teacher
Yeah,
other than just
I
a
knew
performer.
that I wanted to teach. I wanted to have a school of voice and artist development. It's all about artist development. The teaching is one thing. I'm not a vocal coach. I'm an artist developer.
And they don't, like they were talking,
There's a difference.
Charlo and Suzette was talking about, they don't train or teach your artist as much anymore to be
which is
artist
what she was saying.
Artist.
Yeah.
I think it takes an artist to teach an artist.
That's true.
Because there are a lot of people that are broken, and a lot of people haven't seen their dreams realized. So they can teach you the solfeggio, which is great. You have to learn how to read music, so you can get those commercials, and so you can play, play and do it correctly. However, there's some things that's an undercurrent. It's a gift from God that you are giving back, that artist development like they did in the Motown days, Charlie Atkins and all these people who gave it to the Temps, and everybody taught you how to have that savoir-faire and that swagger. And so it takes one to teach that.
To teach it.
Yeah, to teach it.
Takes it to teach.
And sometimes you have to tell them, baby, I think you should do something
Do
else.
you?
It's
And that's what
okay.
that-
I
I'm
love
honest.
that.
I'm honest. I'm very honest.
I love that.
How would you break it to me? So I come to you. Let's
Oh,
do a
darling,
little role
can
play.
I say that you're Tex Six's wife? I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm going to come and see me because I can make you sing, baby. That's the one. Let me give you my card.
Dave, I hope you're watching this right now.
Dave, I can make your lovely wife
You
with
see?
her gorgeous self
What you
sang.
and Take Six have not done for me in the last 27 years. Miss Stephanie can hook me up. Booyah. Thank you.
That's
Thanks,
okay.
boo.
That's okay. That's okay.
She told me I didn't have to be background crowd noise anymore. I'm not crowd noise.
No.
She can actually sing.
Okay, I know she can. I can tell the way she opens up her mouth.
No.
A lot of people try to be too here, and so you're going to sing here. Honey, you have to open up your mouth and use that diaphragmatic
You
breathing.
know what I use this
come
for,
on.
Stephanie? I use it to yell on the kickball field.
Oh, your children. That's a beaut. That's
No,
a gift.
No,
no.
she plays.
No, ma'am.
Oh, you play
We do
kickball.
co-ed adult kickball.
Okay, I'm not
And
mad
yes,
at
and you need to come on out because we have beaten down the likes of Layla Hathaway,
Oh.
MC Light.
Oh.
The list goes on and on. The point that I'm making is put your mic down, put your tennis shoes on,
Well,
and
you're
come
an
on out and
athlete.
play. Yes,
Okay.
I'm a trainer. That's what I do for a living now.
Well, that's what artists are. We have to have the trainers, but we are trained. And when you are trained, you have to do it correctly. You know how to get to Carnegie Hall. They say practice, practice, practice. However, you must practice correctly.
Or you'll be
yeah.
learning the wrong thing.
Yes, or you could pull a leg or the muscle.
that's right.
Same in your voice.
And it starts from your core, Stephanie, which is also
that's
very
what
much
I'm
the
talking
same.
about, that diaphragmatic area.
Everything
See,
is
we're
supported
speaking the
by your
same
core.
Come on, hallelujah.
Well, I think I was actually an All-American athlete in college. I
Bravo.
was, and this is actually, again, we were talking earlier. It goes way beyond just
Show business.
show business because as an athlete, you have to be mentally, physically, spiritually prepared.
Everything
There
was
you go.
about the triad.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's my personal points. And my second half of the book is career points. That's education, skills, versatility, business savvy, okay, risk factors. We have to take risks, right? Self-marketing, okay, don't be afraid to self-market yourself. Networking, that's what we're doing now. And then industry contacts. We have to use those contacts. And then the last section is financial. When we start making that money, you have to know what to do. Don't go and buy you a $10 million house and you know you only made $5 million and that's all you're going to make.
Hammer time.
I was going to say
You
that's
know,
what
you
happened to
better
Hammer, yeah.
buy you a beautiful home, get you a lovely car, and see where the longevity is, and then incrementally get it. You know, get it in stages. You can get your Bentley, you know, you can do the whole 9 yards, but don't go and spend
One
all
of the
of
things-
your money
I
one of the
and
use
didn't
that.
invest it.
Right.
So
Amen.
that teaches you here. I have graphs too that can show you. What
When
were
I
you
was just going to say,
dear
one of the
heart?
things that I actually, to speak on that particular topic,
Yes.
when I told David early in our marriage, I said, you know, I want to be comfortable, but I don't want to be a slave to our things.
Come on.
So I want to live. And so if I can't live or travel or do anything because I have to worry about this exorbitant mortgage or this
Oh.
insane amount of output, you know, because as we've seen in our lifetime, even when you plan the best you can, crap still happens. So it would be a lot
That's life.
harder. Right. So I think that's a very wise point that needed to be made, and I'm glad you covered that in the book
Of
because
course, of
dealing with
course.
your finances is, to me, at the top of the list. What if you make the money but you can't keep the money? What's the point?
And those who have made the money and tried to do the best with what they had. You know, there are pitfalls in life.
Sure.
But what you do, you brush it off and get back in the game, you know. And thank God if you bought a house, good. Pay for that bad boy. Pay your taxes. Do all the things, the right things. They
Right.
kind of say it's kind of nerdy. No, do it correctly. Because my
Right.
mother was an income tax consultant, notary public.
Good
so
thing
I
for
had,
your
you know, I
mama.
had
Yeah.
to learn
Yeah.
all of those things. My mother wanted to make me an income tax consultant. I said, oh, no, dear heart. I'm going to sing, mother.
That's hilarious.
But however, I'm going to learn the
To manage
business
it.
skills
Right.
in order to manage what I do acquire.
Avoiding taxes is not. Let me say it to the
no
camera.
joke.
Jail isn't sexy.
No, it's not.
It's never sexy to be in
It's
jail.
not in.
Okay.
And you can't get your sexy back in jail either. Try.
No.
No.
No, that
But
won't
God bless those who are there
Yes.
and pray that you get out and find your way.
Well, let's talk about how
Yes,
the
dear.
industry has changed and how important what you're doing is, because with reality shows from music and television, it's changed artistry because it went from working your way from the bottom through the ranks up to where a status. Now a lot of it's instant
Yes,
success.
yes.
And people don't know what to do. We were talking about the fame. You know, people just that fame, instant fame. They don't know anything about anything. Do you get a lot of people from all walks of life when it comes to like reality stars or
Yes,
or
yes,
have you?
of course. And I have reality stars. One of my best girlfriends is Robbie Montgomery, who we used to sing with Nancy Sinatra together,
Oh, wow.
and she's become bigger than life, you know. And she was one of the first ones who taught me, baby girl, you know, this is how you take care of your money. Make sure all your Benjamins are in the right order. She was an Ikette, you know, so I learned whether it was street learning or from the books. You need to learn it all. But right now, everything is so quick with the internet. Thank God for social media.
Right.
We have to use that and wear it out. I have my Twitter. You guys have to
you
hit
do it
me up
well.
on Twitter. Okay,
What is your
yes,
Twitter?
I do. My Twitter is at Stephanie Spruill, and at Spruill House, SPRUILHOUS. My Facebook is Stephanie Spruill. Right?
So what's the difference between at Stephanie Spruill and Spruill House?
My Spruill House is my email,
Oh,
which
okay,
I use.
okay,
So
okay.
I use that
Okay.
a lot.
Okay, I didn't know if it was-
And Stephanie Spruill, like I have StephanieSpruill.net.
Okay.
You can go and peruse my EPK and see everything there. You know, you have to really, social media is amazing.
Right.
But addressing the shows like American Idol, which will be leaving next year. They've had a run, 15
Oh,
years. That's
that's
amazing.
huge.
And Ranji Jackson, his daughter, was one of my students. So
Right.
I've had a lot of either their children or themselves have come, because a lot of them are orators and they have to keep their voices strong.
Right.
Come on, Ryan Seacrest, you can come to Miss Stephanie. I'll show you something. And The Voice. Now, I've trained a lot of students of mine, and I'm not going to say their names, for The Voice and for American Idol and whatever Got Talent,
Right.
and this one Got Talent, you've got talent, everybody's got, children's got talent. They're all good. But what do? There are only going to be a handful, like the Kelly Clarksons and the, Fantasias and the Jennifer Hudsons and stuff. But I name those people, and there are a few of them, I'm not going to say the name, didn't know how to work the money properly. See, they didn't go in there with skills. They went in there with voice. And they went in there with opportunity. Once you're on one of those shows, man, the opportunity is just endless.
But can we be fair, though, Stephanie,
Yes,
about
dear
that? Let's
heart.
talk about the show.
Which show?
Those types of shows.
Okay, because one of my
That genre,
students-
not
okay.
no.
Okay.
Just as
The
far as
genre?
where you can go
Okay.
with a career, because in reality, what I feel like watching those shows,
Yes.
it was really more about the show than what happened with your musical career after the show is over, because a lot of contractually they're owned
Ooh, yes,
by
they
the
are.
show.
Yes, they are.
So it's really about the show's use. It's a show going on a tour, and it's the American Idol tour, and it's
Of course.
right. So
But everybody's in this business. I'm going to go back to business. It's a business. They're there to make money.
Right.
And they're going to use what they've come up with. This idea of having these reality shows like they had back in the day,
Right.
What was the other one?
Star
Star
Search.
Search, which my friend Sinbad won, and it propelled him to an
Right.
amazing career. The same with Judith Hill, who's one of my students, and because it's best to not win. Sorry.
I agree.
It's best to not win because you have received all of these fans via TV.
Right.
Right?
It's
and one full swoop. They've heard you sing. If you're a writer, they've heard your songs. They see how gorgeous you are, how put together you are. And they have a glam team that's going to put you together if you're not together, right? So you're going to come out there smoking. Then you have all of these fans.
free
So
commercial.
it has really jump-started, like Doherty. I don't know if he won, but it jump-started his career. Judith Hill, she's with Prince. And come on. It jumpstarts a lot of careers, but those who end up becoming stars from that, a lot of them you don't hear anything from. Kelly Clarkson can blow.
Oh, that girl
Carrie
can sing.
Underwood can blow.
Yeah.
Well, they're out there.
Fantasia can blow. Jennifer Hudson can blow. The other guy, the big guy, Stutter, he
Stutter.
can blow.
Yeah.
There are a lot of them that are mediocre and make it. And then you say, well, what was their name? A lot of them, I don't even remember their names. So it's all about the show, as you said, dear Hot. Yes, it is about the show, but it's all about making money. I'm not mad at him. The Voice, if you
I
have
don't
Christina
know anybody from The
Aguilera.
Voice that's made it big.
No, because
None.
because
Same with the sing off.
no, but who do you have there? You have Christina Aguilera. You have Maroon 5, that child. Yeah. I'm sorry, he's bigger than life.
Adam
Levine.
Levine.
She
Then you
said
have
that child.
Yeah, and
Skelton.
Blake.
I love it.
And then you have Usher. Come on. And then CeeLo and
Pharrell.
It's all about Pharrell. Please, dear God, it's all about keeping their career going with the masses that they have already garnered, right? And then they go out on tour. Haven't you noticed? They go out on a
Right.
major
Right
world
after.
tour right after.
We
and
have
then
noticed.
they come back, say, hi, how are you? I'm back.
See my new diamond ring?
That's right. Okay, please park my Rolls over there. But it's a business, and that's what I have to tell the young people and teach them. It is a business. That's why I have the financial part in there, so you can understand. Don't be used by it, but be informed by it. Learn the game. Work the game. You kids have the internet now. We didn't have it. We had to put everything in our trunks or our glove compartments and run there.
Yep.
Okay, here's my new CD.
That's true.
Please buy it. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Right.
However, they would come to you like the Clive Davises when I was on Arista Records and sing something for me, Stephanie. I want to hear your show. I want to see your show.
Wow.
And sign you on the
spot.
That's how I was signed with Arista, because he saw my talent. He heard my voice. He heard my writing, but now they don't have any record companies. So, and it's good for the indies. I'm doing an IES, Independent Summit, Entertainment Summit. in August. And that's great for all the indie artists. So it gives you an opportunity to use that side of your brain, the business side, you know, to promote yourself, to market yourself, to network, to self-market, to do all of these things yourself, which I have in my book, 17 Points to Longevity in Show Business. And you can get it, at Spruill House Music. That's SPRUILL House, HOUSEMUSIC.com. Okay, and I will autograph it to you, personally.
Your diaphragmatic breathing is impressive. You did all of that with barely even a breath.
Right?
Yes, I like it.
Thank you, dear
Yes,
heart.
I just want to give you that compliment. As a trainer.
We have about 8 minutes left. In that 8 minutes, I want to talk a little bit more about your music.
Yes.
It's a jazz day.
It's a jazz day.
Let's talk about that. So tell us, first of all, I love jazz.
Thank you.
I think jazz is one of the most beautiful music out there.
Yes, it is.
And pure talent.
Yes, pure talent.
Yeah. And so tell us about putting this CD together.
Well, I've been doing my jazz show. I put together an amazing band, and I've been going around performing my show. And the audience would always say, after the show, I always had my other CDs, my Spanish CD, this one, the book, everything out there. You know, I have plenty of things to market myself. I didn't have my jazz album. They said, can we buy exactly what you just sang?
Wow.
And I had an epiphany one day. I said, okay, I'm going into the studio and record exactly what
you sang.
I love. I'm also a writer, so I wrote hits for John Lucien, which are Nothing Lasts Forever, and Sweet Control, and also hits for Najee on his Tokyo Blue album.
Wow.
I'll Be Good to You. For, you know, Investa sang it for me. Yeah, come on, man. That's right. So I sang also on my CD are songs that I've written, and also I wrote a song, Shine, that I wrote with Judith Hill's mother, Michiko Hill, who is my music director. Yeah, she's my music director and my pianist, and Judith Hill's father is my bass player. But anyway, Pee Wee Hill. So I loved Jean G. And I love Sweet Control, which I wrote, and Summertime, and I sing classical as well. So I started in the classical genre, and then I go into hardcore jazz. And then round about midnight, I'm singing Thelonious Monk. It takes 8 minutes to sing this song. It's a sonnet. And I was just so blessed to do this. And that's what everybody said. I love this song. So this is also a song that's on my album, and Here's to Life, written by my friend Artie Butler. And also the song It's a Jazz Day, hence the name of my CD, is written by my friend Brenda Russell.
Oh, nice.
And so she's singing on it, and Patrice Rushen, a very good friend of mine who lives not far from me, she's playing keys on this album and on this song, It's a Jazz Day. So I'm very blessed to have a plethora of great
I was going to
talent.
say, you harvested some of the greats to
and
participate.
all of these people, that I've played with and worked with all of my life. Me and Brenda go way back. We did American Hot Wax together, and we were dancers on the Mac Davis TV show together.
Wow.
So we go way back. And Patrice Rushen, she said, Stephanie, you've done all of my records. I'm going to do your record. That's what I'm talking. Baby fingers. That's right, my girl. That's right. She's amazing. That's what, she's amazing. And so I just called my buddies. I said, I'm doing my jazz album. They said, finally. Okay, we're there. And everybody was there. And I called your husband, and I called Alvin, which is a very good friend of mine, to sing on my album. But the group Take Six was in Las Vegas at the Venetian.
Yeah.
So he was so kind to turn me on to the group Impact, which is
They're
also,
really good.
an a cappella group.
What's
and I
funny
have
is
them on my album.
I can't remember, is Jeff from Impact?
Yes.
I knew him when I lived in Kansas City.
Okay.
Him and his wife, and I used to go to the same gym. And I remember when they were started doing Impact.
Yeah, and they've been together for a long time.
Long time, about 20 years.
So I've had a lot of wonderful people on my record.
That sounds amazing.
And to go back as time goes by, I had to record that because that's a duet that Julio Iglesias and myself did on all of his tours for the 5.5 years I was with him. And it became a very big hit for him and myself. It's on one of his albums called One that he sang duets with Frank Sinatra and Bono.
He's such an unattractive man.
Yeah.
He was. He's gorgeous. And his son.
Stephanie, I have to ask you this right quick. Just today, right now, as you sit here.
Yes, dear heart.
And what one song for you today, because I'm sure they're all fantastic, would you put on repeat today off your own album?
Oh, wow.
If just the one that you would want to hear over and over again today, right now.
You know, the title song is It's a Jazz Day, but something about fever. Because, you know,
You're gritting your teeth. You're scaring me.
yeah, you know,
I don't know where that's
I-
about to go, Stephanie. Careful. Careful.
you know, fever, because I get a chance to do a little Spanish in it. And I had my big band in it, and I had my percussion, because I'm a percussionist. You know, I play percussion for so many stars, and, you know, Dinah Ross and the Jacksons, for everybody over there at Motown. But something about fever. And we're working up on summer. Yeah, fiebre ahora. Hace mucho tiempo que empezó. You give me fever.
Okay.
All
See?
right now.
Yeah, so
love
fever, and it's a jazz day. And of course, round about midnight. And what else?
I said one song on repeat.
Are you guys going to play it?
Oh, we're gonna play it.
Okay.
We're gonna play it.
You want to play fever?
So we're gonna play it on the way out because our time is up. But I know.
So fun, right?
Tell
Love
us
you
again.
guys.
Tell us again all your social medias.
Okay.
You're good at social media,
You
by
can
the way.
purchase my CD, of course, on iTunes. Go directly to iTunes. That's itunes.com/Stephanie Spruill. You can get my book on iTunes, CD Baby, Book, Baby. But you go to my website, SpruillHouseMusic.com. It's spelled SpruillHouseMusic.com. Go to my EPK. That is StephanieSpruill.net. Okay, and that's my website, is like I said, and go to Facebook, Stephanie Spruill. Go to my Twitter, okay, at Stephanie Spruill, and Instagram me at
Well, you're
Spruill
more
House.
than I am.
That's right, Instagram, Twitter.
She gave me fever
Facebook.
right there. I
know.
got fever.
I know.
I
Well, we love you so much, and you are going to
love you
have to
too.
come back. You're
Oh,
going to have
for
to
sure.
come
Please,
back.
I
So
would
much.
love to. And gorgeous, handsome.
Oh,
you
thank you.
guys are wonderful hosts.
you.
Thanks for
Oh,
having me.
thank
I
It was
so
a
much.
pleasure meeting
It was
you,
a
and
pleasure.
this is fantastic. You've given me several nuggets. I'm taking
I
them
know,
with
Oh,
right?
me.
yes, dear heart.
And,
And come
uh,
visit me. I have a class for you.
I will.
I'm going to have to take your class, too.
Oh, you come, please.
and
Por favor.
Marla, do you know yet who's on your show this coming Monday?
I do.
Who's on your show?
You're going to meet the dads for Father's Day. It's going to be David's father and my father. We're going to find
my
out
Lord, this is
why
gonna be
I'm out
fun.
of control. It came from Tommy. Join in.
But
Tommy
it's-
and Claude will be joining us this week for Father's Day on the Marla and Dave Show right here at the UBN Network.
Yeah.
Monday, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Every Monday, it's a Mad Monday. Don't forget to be in the Madhouse. You don't want one. You won't want to miss one.
And
show.
I want to thank you for co-hosting with me today, Stephanie Spruill. Thank you so much again.
Oh, thank you.
We love you
Tommy.
so much.
Thank you.
And
Gorgeous.
we want you to stick around for the Ann Walker Show starting in about 10 minutes. We're going to go out with Fever.
Don't
So
move.
Don't
Right.
go anywhere.
Woo!
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever, when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, 'cause you know I'm gonna treat you right. I give you fever, when I kiss you, fever when I hold you tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Everybody's got the fever, that is something you all know. Tener fiebre ahora, hace mucho tiempo que empezó. You give me fever, when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Ooh, 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 ooh. Captain Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, Daddy, oh, don't you dare. He gives me fever, with his kisses, fever when he holds me tight. Fever, I'm his missus and Daddy, won't you treat him right? Now you listen to my story. Here's a point that I have made. Chicks were born to give you fever, be it Fahrenheit or centigrade.